Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a video about some tips for people who are just starting raw till 4. Um, and then maybe at the end I'll have a tip if you want to go fully raw, which really helped me. Okay, but these tips really apply to raw till 4 or fully raw. Okay, so let's get started. Number one tip I have for people is to get on Instagram if you're not already. And I wrote a blog post about some cool people to follow on Instagram, and they often who are fruitarian, like raw till 4 type people. And you can follow. You could like start with that blog post or just search hashtags 81010 raw food, fully raw, raw till 4, obviously. Anyway, I find that really inspiring because I look at Instagram just, flicking through it on my phone and just seeing people who are living this, well, even if they're not actually living the life that it seems like they're living on their Instagram feed, it's just very inspiring, like their vibrant colors, and it just reminds you of like what the lifestyle is all about, like being healthy and being outside in the sunshine, just feeling like vibrant and stuff. And it will help remind you to just be healthy. Okay, number two, this one's kind of obvious, especially if you're watching this on YouTube, but subscribe to a lot of fruitarian people on YouTube, because one thing you'll notice is when you're doing this, like you'll start encountering problems. Like some people's skin breaks out, some people gain weight. For me, I started getting like tooth problems, but luckily it all cleared up. So, yeah, luckily it didn't end in disaster or anything. But you'll start just feeling very alone because it's so different from what everyone else is doing, and no doctor can tell you what to do. No book can really tell you what to do. You have to go to like ebooks. So it's just really helpful to be connected to raw till 4 kinds of people who you can ask questions to, and you like hearing what they have to say and reading about their experiments and stuff. So yeah, subscribe to a lot of like vegan YouTube channels. Okay, tip number 3 is if you're on raw till 4 and you found it because of like Freely the Banana Girl, I think she's the only one who's really trademarked like raw till 4. You should read 801010 if you haven't already. So yeah, 801010 by Doug Graham. It's basically the fruitarian Bible, and although he's against any cooked food, any grains, any potatoes, anything that you'd be eating after 4, it's really, really good because it just explains so much of the science behind this lifestyle and why you're eating so much fruit and why sugar isn't the devil and stuff like that. So I really recommend getting 8010 and reading it. Okay, my next tip is to connect with the community. Like, I haven't done this yet, but I think that I really need to do it. Like, you can go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival, which I hope I'm going to be doing. I'm just a little bit scared. But yeah, I want to go do it just so I can meet people who don't want to drink and want to just try to be as healthy as possible. So yeah. And also who are vegan, and we could talk about like veganism. It's really nice to have vegan friends. I don't have any besides like people I've met online. So just trying to think if I do have any, but I can't think of anyone I know who's a close friend who's vegan. Okay, so yeah, connect with people in the community because I've heard that's really great. The next tip I want to say is experiment for yourself with like doing what Freely does and eating unlimited calories, And never limiting yourself, but just possibly eating till you're less full and see which path you enjoy more, because it seems to be like pretty divided. Some people eat like unlimited calories and they try to smash in as much as possible, then in turn they get more energy to work out and they feel like vibrant and live and have more energy to like live their life, as Durian Ryder likes to say. But then other people, and I think I'm kind of more in this camp, although I could be wrong, I need to do more experimenting. Um, just like I tried drinking there for probably like 8 months. I was drinking like 10 to 15 banana smoothies, in the morning and stuff, and then like trying to eat just as many bananas as possible. And I did feel good, but it was really hard to digest, and I just felt really like sluggish afterwards. So now I've experimented with just like 4 banana smoothies and stuff, and I feel just as good, if not better, like not stressing about, high calories. But then again, maybe I would have more energy if I just tried harder. So just experiment. But just know that even though Freely and Durian Rider recommend 2,500 calories minimum, it doesn't mean that's what everyone does. And some people I've heard say, like, do not feel their best that way. But never restrict your calories to try to lose weight, but just eat until, you know, there's a difference between trying to get down like an entire Vitamix full of smoothie when you're just like, oh my gosh, I have half more to go. I have to drink all that. It's like a workout just eating the food, and just eating till you're full. So yeah, just don't restrict your calories, but maybe try experimenting with not smashing in the carbs, as they say. So yeah, and then my last tip is try making a YouTube channel of your own, because even if you feel like you suck on camera and, like who's going to listen, I have like 4 views, you know, you never know who's going to connect with you and who's going to see you and just get the real you and comment and say hi, and maybe you'll become friends for life. So it's just good to put yourself out there. You never know what's going to happen. And also, like, it's just really good for people to see other people's like journey, ups and downs. And let's say you were doing YouTube videos for like a year, people will be able to see the difference, and that's really cool. So those are my tips for going raw till 4 or even fruitarian. Oh yeah, and I said at the beginning I would have one tip for going fully raw. Well, the only way I have ever found to stick to fully raw, and this has worked like multiple times, is to make a commitment to do like a 2-week challenge and then vlog every single day. I don't know why, but that just like makes the difference between me being like, I'm gonna eat a salad for dinner, big like 80-10-10 style salad, or, bread or potatoes or just any sort of like raw tofu thing. Just making that commitment makes all the difference in the world. And maybe even think of making a YouTube channel that's like secret, like no one even watches it, but just for you. Just having that commitment of making the YouTube videos will really, really help. At least that's what I found, just consistently, that's what works. And I don't want to bore people with my vlogs, but it really helps me. So yeah, those are my tips, and thanks for watching.